Hello everyone and welcome to the May 11th edition of EdJam. So today's topic is 21st century lesson plan components. So what I have done is put together a couple of checklists that teachers can use to check and double check that their lessons are full of the best practices that they want to display and integrate technology completely. So let's check it out. So this first one is on the digital components for 21st century learning. So basically, I divided it into 4 areas. Social learning, which would be digital citizenship, which would include things like social bookmarking, discussion forums, commentary on online work, uses of sites like Edmodo that have discussion threads and sharing of resources, blogs, polycomming or Skyping with other schools or students or experts, using online corkboards or whiteboards, and then small venues or short venues like Twitter. Another section would be on resources. So this would be information and media fluency. And so this would be where the kids are learning to use websites and videos, podcasts, ebooks, different search engines, delicious and Digo lists, and all the various ways that they would sift through that information for the context that they need. The third one, collaboration, is its own fluency, and that would have to do with working with other students or teachers, experts, on things like shared docs, wikis, posting their work for feedback from others, posting their work on SchoolTube or YouTube, having a variety of student groupings in the classroom, using slide shares or prezis to share work or collaborate on work, and then using Creative Commons work, so taking somebody else's work that's in the Creative Commons, reworking it, using it, changing it, and then putting it back out there for reuse. And then finally, the last section would be the product. So this would be creativity and solution fluency. And so the use of infographics, Google Docs, websites, podcasts or vodcasts, videos, Vokies, QR codes, presentation formats like Prezi, Glogster, or Blabberize, and then social page models like Fakebook, for example. And this is just a limited view of what these could be, and I would definitely encourage teachers to think outside of these boxes that are presented here, but this is meant to check and see every time that they have a unit or a lesson, do they have some component from each of the 4 areas. The second lesson planning tool that is in here is a Q&A tool. So this would be for helping teachers just do a quick check on the quality of their lesson plan. And so the first section is on engagement. So basically this is a list of questions. Are the maximum number of students engaged at any one time? Are the activities cognitively engaging? So not just physically engaging. And is the content relevant? Is it authentic? Is there immediate feedback, and is it constructive? Where do they get that feedback from? Peers or outside sources? Then self-assessment. Do they assess themselves regularly? How do they monitor their progress with things like capacity matrices or charting? Moving on down the infographic to interactivity, a few more questions would be, what is the ratio? So the direct instruction, is it appropriate for the age range? And I give a little graphic here just to remind teachers of what that would look like. And is it interspersed with student activity? So for example, 8 minutes of direct instruction, and then they have a piece where they're physically interacting with the material. And then do student groupings provide maximum amount of participation? Is it a whole group activity, and does that allow the maximum number of kids to participate? And then is the lesson involve upper level thinking skills, thinking about Bloom's taxonomy? And finally, at the bottom of the infographic, using differentiation and scaffolding. So does the lesson accommodate different learning styles, multiple intelligences? Does it have extension opportunities? Does it meet special needs? Is everything as individualized as possible? Do the students have choice and autonomy over their learning and products? And does it accommodate all of the students? So this can be found on my Flickr or on my blog to find this graphic. So both of those graphics are available at Flickr or on my blog for use by teachers. So here's what my final questions are to you. What does this offer you as a tool? Hopefully it's a quick check, a quick way to double check where you're standing in your lessons, and how can you use it? What would be your daily application of these kinds of tools? All right, this has been your edition of EdJam. Hope you have a great week. Thanks.